Can the Golden State Warriors achieve a two-peat this year? My answer right now is going to be no. I don't think so. It's possible, but they're not my favorite coming out of the West this year. As well as they played last year, and as well as I think that team is made up, I don't think they're going to be two-peating this year. And it pains me to say it because I did like watching that team, and I think it's very well constructed. And it's one of those teams that, their top guys are from the ground up, and I just don't see it this year. I think that the loss of players like, Gary Payton II, and Damian Lee as well, and some other guys here and there, it's going to hinder what they did this year. Oh, Juan Toscano Anderson as well. While these aren't big names, they were a big part of what they did this year. They were guys who stepped up and played their role and fulfilled it to as well as a lot of people could. And I think that's the biggest thing with the Warriors that you're going to hear me say is they're a great team. You have Steph Curry, the best shooter of all time. Klay Thompson, arguably the second best shooter of all time. Draymond Green, who is kind of like a Swiss Army knife on any team. He's going to do everything you want him to do. He's going to hustle, play defense, play some offense, pass it. He's going to do everything. You have a good six-man Jordan Poole, who could possibly start. You have young guys like Jonathan Kuminga, hopefully James Wiseman coming back, Moses Moody. You have Andrew Wiggins as well. I forgot. Andrew Wiggins played phenomenal this year. I never thought he was a bust or anything like that, but he played out of his mind. He was an all-star starter. And, a lot of people were hating on that, and I think it was well-deserved. Could you maybe have gotten away with someone a little bit better? Sure. But I think he played great, and he was a huge piece of why they won this year. And they kind of missed on some very optimal key pieces. They should have kept this team together. They should have ran it back this year and see what happens, because as the roster was constructed last year, I think they were the team to beat again this year. But you lose some of your key pieces, some of your defenders, and you kind of start, thinking, well, can they make it back there again, right? You have teams like the Lakers. They beefed up this offseason, as well as the Clippers, just beefing up with John Wall. If John Wall is like 75% of what he used to be and Kawhi Leonard is back completely healthy, that's a scary team. And as you'll see in my previous video from this, that I think they're the team to beat this year. I don't love them, but I think that they are the team to beat this year, at least on paper, if you look at them, if they stay completely healthy. So that brings me back to the Golden State Warriors, as I think their biggest priority after winning the championship was keeping all their main guys together, and they failed to do that. And maybe that's just due to money. Maybe they didn't have the funds to keep around the guys that deserve to be kept around. I know they got players like Dante DiVincenzo on the squad, JaMychal Green, and just players like that. But I don't think that those two names... I like Dante DiVincenzo, don't get me wrong. While he has been injured quite a bit, he's a good player to have on your team. He's very solid. But do I think he's going to fulfill the roles that, say, Gary Payton II did? No, I don't think so. I think Gary Payton II was one of the better on-ball defenders this year, and that's the reason why he got picked up by the Portland Trail Blazers. And they're going to really miss that, because it allowed Steph Curry to kind of hide sometimes. Because Steph Curry, if you want to admit it or not, he's not the best defender. He is one of the greatest offensive threats of all time, but he is not a good defender, and sometimes he needs to be hid. And Gary Payton II did that. Gary Payton was someone who came off your bench and hustled and did everything you wanted him to do and you needed him to do, and he would do it to a T. And losing that is a huge thing, kind of like the Timberwolves losing like a Patrick Beverley. While you don't think his impact is felt that much, his energy and tenacity on the court is really felt a lot of times. Having that defense and having someone who can pester the other team's best offensive players is huge to a team. And while I would like to see the Golden State Warriors back again this year, and I think it'd be very exciting to see how this team's going to pan out, I don't think that they're gonna commit a two-peat. I don't think that they're going to win back-to-backs. And yeah, I think again you're gonna have a very solid year from Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins as well, Klay Thompson. If he goes back to kind of what he was, while he okay, this year, yes, he scored the points, but he didn't do it efficiently like he used to. And that kind of knocks him down a little bit on my totem pole. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's still kind of recovering from that injury, which is probably what happened because I love Klay Thompson. I think he's one of the better guards, right, in the NBA. So if he can get back to that, they may have a chance, and he may make up for what Gary Payton II does. But I just think they kind of bring a little bit different thing on the court. And I'm really hoping to see how this team's going to pan out. But as of right now, I just don't see them two-peating. And that's just my thoughts. And like always, you guys let me know what you think. Do you think that they're going to win back-to-back championships? You let me know. As always, if you like the video, leave it a like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, take care. I'll see you next time.